After 10 road games to begin the season, Ball State playing at Worthen Arena for the first home game of the year, with a few nerves.
We didn't play as confident as we have in practice. We didn't play as competing-wise. I think that was a lot of nerves, but I know that we still came out here. We expected to win, and then we did win, so that was a good part of that. But we know that we can do better, and we're going to bring that.
The Cardinals staying on their toes throughout the match, escaping the first two sets with wins. Ball State finding themselves down 5 early in the third, but able to face the adversity and begin roaring back to take the final set for the victory.
I think we had some experienced players out there that stepped up when it mattered. That setter kept setting that ball over in the setter dump, and finally Reese stepped in and made that play right when it mattered there at the end.
Even with the 3-0 win, the Cardinals' expectations of dominance were not exactly met.
I didn't feel like we were in our complete rhythm until the very, very end of the match. And so, it's our first time at home, a lot of different emotions, I think, going through with the team. But overall, we finished strong, so it's a good start for us.
With spectators finally back in the stands at Worthen Arena, the fans providing a little extra boost and excitement, propelling Ball State to their decisive victory.
It was amazing. It felt like a real game. Before COVID, it was awesome having fans cheering us on.
After defeating the Norse a second time the following night at home, the Cardinals look to take on MAC opponent Kent State this Friday, September 24th at Kent State. In Muncie, Andy Newman, NewsLink, Indiana. Opening up play at home, the Cardinals soccer team looking to file one last game into the win column this season versus the Redhawks. With an unfavorable record this year, Ball State falling short of the playoffs, making this their last game of the season. After a scoreless first half, Jenna Dombrowski finding the back of the net to put the Cardinals up 1-0.
It felt really good to get one today. It was already a special day, just with everyone celebrating our careers, and it felt really good to get in the back of the net and just put us up 1-0.
Ball State keeping their foot on the gas as Lexi Farley striking one in for the dagger as the Cardinals defeat Miami 2-0, ending with an overall record of 6-9-2.
It's good. I'm honestly just happy that we ended with a win. We have had obviously a tough season so far with results, so that really was a good way to end it.
With the game and the season in the books for women's soccer, head coach Josh Reif reflects on the effort put forth by his squad.
Yeah, I thought they played great, and unfortunately it feels like it's too little too late, but I think that the way we've been playing and the performances we've put together, I think we would have expected maybe a few more results kind of like this one and the one we had before, but we didn't, and that's how it is, but really proud of how we finished.
Looking back on the year, Reif feels while the results weren't always there, he was proud of how his group played.
I feel like there'd be a bit of me that would be a little hypocritical, a little bit petty if I said it was bad, right? Disappointing in results, but proud of the way we played.
In Muncie, Andy Newman, NewsLink, Indiana. The world of esports is a fast-growing operation where gamers from across the nation compete in tournament-style team-based video games, and it's starting to eclipse the viewership of major staples in traditional sports.
It's already getting a bunch of attention. Any major esports tournament that's broadcast now is getting more views than Sunday Night Football. So I think we're right where we need to be in terms of growth.
Following suit with the large growth in the industry is Ball State's very own esports teams and lab, equipped with top-of-the-line tech to help gamers from the average Joe to the up-and-coming professional. One of these groups at Ball State is the Valorant, a first-person shooter game, Varsity Squad. Their season so far has largely been an improvement from last year's effort.
I also think it's gone really well team-wise, just because we've made it to playoffs for both of our conferences that we're in, and we're keeping on trucking along and just trying to get better and better. So
this success and improvement doesn't come easy, though. Members of the squad practice multiple hours a day, both officially and on their own time, and can log hours on par with the average work week. Even with the hours of training, planning, and playing, the ultimate goal for the squad this year is something that even the non-gaming aficionados can understand.
Ultimate goal for us is just to have fun. Last year we were all ranked very low, and over the course of this past year, we've gotten so much higher up in rank. I think just the growth alone, we've already achieved our goals for this year. So just going into playoffs, all we want to do is have fun as much as we can.
If you'd like to watch an upcoming esports matchup, head over to Ball State's esports live Twitch streaming page, or if you'd like to join in on the action and get into this room, you can head out to the open tryouts next fall for the 2022-2023 season. In Muncie, Andy Newman, NewsLink, Indiana. Ball State baseball is revving up for the start of the 2022 season. After months of vigorous training, the Cardinals are itching to see their first in-game action in over 9 months, says redshirt sophomore pitcher Trenner O'Donnell.
I'm very excited. I'm ready to go, and I think a lot of the team is too. So we're ready to get after it, and we've been working hard, so we're all ready.
Even with all the hype surrounding the first pitch of the year, one team is anticipated the most, the Central Michigan Chippewas. Last year's series was tied 2-2 and left the Cardinals on the outside looking in on the NCAA tournament. Head coach Rich Maloney feels that every Mid-American Conference matchup will be pivotal to the team's success, not just Central Michigan.
Oh yeah, I mean, we get the opportunity. I mean, the whole Mid-American Conference slate is obviously being in the Mid-American Conference is playing our opponents in there. There's no doubt that Central Michigan and us have a great rivalry. So does Kent. But all the other schools, they're all competitive and they're all tough to beat. So playing every one of them is big.
To beat these squads, the program has laid out expectations for each other.
My expectation is that guys compete every day. Just compete. You know, there's a lot of talent on the team and be great teammates. So I believe if you compete really hard, you have some skill set, you're willing to be coached, you get better, and you play for your brothers, I think you have a chance to win.
Along with the program's expectations, the squad's goals for this year are as simple as can be, says graduate first baseman Trenton Quartermain.
Win a MAC championship, make our way to NCAA regional for the first time.
Ball State will take the mound for the first time this year next Friday against Bucknell in South Carolina. In Muncie, Andy Newman, NewsLink, Indiana. The Ball State track and field team has been on the road for their fair share of time during this season, but that sure hasn't stopped them from finding success under a first-year head coach.
It's actually been a really good year up to this point. I think one of the things that when, this is my first year here at Ball State, and, when you inherit a team, you really try to enhance on the strengths that were in the program already, and you want to continue to build upon some of the other areas there. So it's been really exciting as a team and as a staff to really kind of continue to put our stamp on it.
And after a successful campaign already this year, the Cardinals are more than excited to be back here at the Bryner Sports Complex for the first time since 2019. Ball State will be hitting the home track to take on squads from Bowling Green, Central Michigan, Davenport, Marion, and UIndy, amongst others, this Saturday. While competing in a home meet may be a rarity for the Cardinals, the squad is more than ready to finally contend at Ball State.
I'm very excited. It's been since 2019 since we had an outdoor meet here. It's just always good to have a meet on your home track. All the audience and family get to come, and it's just really fun.
Senior hurdler Carly Zumbro believes that the home meet will bring a nice change of pace and have a feel similar to that of a practice.
We've been traveling a lot, so it's kind of nice to just be at home and know that we don't have to have that traveling piece. And then I think the mentality for me is it's just like practice, and it's an opportunity to put some really good marks out there because we're out here practicing it every single day.
Coach Wheatley and the Cardinals will have a great opportunity to improve on their success so far this season right here at home.
Just being consistent, consistency is huge. I think, we try to talk about not being too high, not being too low, and just being consistent, being the best version of yourself on the day. And so again, I expect that to continue. It's a great opportunity for us to come compete at home.
The Cardinals will look to hit the track this Saturday at the Bryner Sports Complex for the first and also last time this season, with events taking place all day. In Muncie, Andy Newman, NewsLink, Indiana.